Sources now indicating that election strategist Prashant Kishor will be part of the Congress's Empowered Action Group 2024. Now, the decision to constitute this group was announced by the Congress party today after a meeting of its top brass at Sonia Gandhi's residence. The Congress did not name Prashant Kishor in the media briefing. But now Sunil Prabhu is reporting that sources are indicating that Prashant Kishor will be part of the Empowered Action Group. What will be his exact role in this group? Let's go across to Sunil. Sunil, what are your sources telling you?
Well, important points. As we reported earlier, there were different perceptions within the committee about Prashant Kishor's role, how it will be playing out in terms of whether he'll allow a parallel setup. There were differences of opinion on that. But there was unanimity about the fact that Prashant Kishor's proposals and ideas must be accepted. It's in that backdrop that what we have been told by at least 3 members who have been part of the committee that Prashant Kishor will be part of the Empowered Action Group which will be constituted. The known names actually, even though it's not yet officially announced, are already well stated and you can clearly infer General Secretary of Organization, Mr. Venugopal, Mr. Mukul Vasnik, who's been an old hand, Mr. Jairam Ramesh, amongst others, as part of Randeep Surjewala, who will definitely be part of that Empowered Action Group. It's in that backdrop that the Congress President has given a go-ahead to those proposals. They will be projecting the Congress party in a new face, a new look. You call it a new ad campaign, but this is definitely something that has been accepted apart from rejuvenating the organization and ensuring that it becomes more vibrant, accountable and able to be meet the aspirations of young India. It's in this context that, of course, as we reported earlier, there were differences of opinion, but there is definitely unanimity that something needs to be done drastically, and I think they've listened and heard Prashant Kishor as well as others, and then they're going ahead further.
Sunil, we've been discussing earlier in the evening, who needs the other more? Does Congress need PK more or does PK need Congress more? Or both benefit mutually with this deal? Sunil, I was asking you, who needs the other more? Does Congress need PK more or does PK need Congress more, or both benefit mutually because of this deal? Well,
Prashant Kishor definitely wants a national role. He has done it in terms of an election strategist, be it with Nitish Kumar or Mamata Banerjee or Jagan Mohan, then of course MK Stalin, amongst others. But he's definitely looking for a pan-India role, and that's definitely something that he wants to be. He's extremely ambitious and is definitely keen on that role. For the Congress, they've suffered defeat after defeat, election after election, even though they would counter it by saying that whatever Prashant Kishor has given is not something that we didn't know, it's not new, but the way he projects it, the way he does it, the way, as Mr. Digvijay told Nidhi, uses data analysis effectively, these are some things that are definitely going to help the Congress party, and that's the reason why they feel that having something, and you know, when we have tried all and we haven't succeeded, why not have a fresh look, a new look campaign, rejuvenating the party and seeing how it works.
Sunil, one final question to you. You talked about the differences of opinion in that committee. There was a particular, perceived opposition of the state unit of Telangana, given that IPAC has signed a deal with the TRS. So that's not a deal breaker.
Well, that's not a deal breaker. In fact, I just saw Madhu Yakshi God, who's also a key working president from Telangana, say that we'll responding to KTR's interview to us, saying that we'll show what we are as a national party, because basically the KCR's son has been pointing out that the Congress party is not a national party. There are no national parties in India. Even the BJP isn't, because they don't have, they're not in amongst the 4 states, they're only in 1. And it's in that backdrop that they are definitely going to counter it. But yes, they are definitely upset with the fact that Prashant Kishor's former organization IPAC is having an understanding. But definitely it is going to be a situation where they will want to have a lot of overview, a lot of checks and balances with whatever Mr. Prashant Kishor does, because he does come with a lot of misgivings, with a lot of baggage, as they put it. And it's in that backdrop how he plays it out, how he dissociates himself, and how he commits himself to helping the Congress, which is right now at its lowest in the next few months, is something that we'll have to wait and watch.
All right, Sunil Prabhu, thanks very much for joining us with that exclusive news break.